team, and welcome back to another episode of my First HPA with me, Kelly, and our sponsors Wolverine Airsoft. So today we are going to talk about getting started with the MTW Billet Unleashed series. So we're going to do a full walkthrough setup for beginners. We're going to talk about what's in the box, what you need and how it all connects. So come with me, grab yourself a Diet Coke, a cup of tea, make yourself comfortable, and let's talk everything MTW Billet Unleashed. Hello team, so welcome to our workshop, and today we're going to be going through what you get in the box of the MTW Billet series Unleashed, what you need for it and how to set it up. So let's first go through what you're going to need for this. So you're going to need two CR123 batteries, which you can get from Amazon or airsoft shops. So the same batteries you use in torches, and also some night vision units. Or you need a micro lipo, and you'll also need some air in your tank. So if you have a dive shop near you or an airsoft site that does refills, pop down to there and get some air put in. Let's get into what you get in the box. So here we go. We're going to pop the quick start guide out of the way for now, but don't throw it away. It's got a cool patching and we need it. It's got tools. So here we have the Wolverine MTW Billet series Unleashed. So we have the replica, the stock. We've got the 13CR stock tank, and we have one of the MTW EPMs. So let's get all of those out. So here we are. Everything is out of the box and ready for us to put together. So it does have a quick start guide, which also tells you what you need for the setup, and it tells you how to set it up. So let's just go into it. I have opened this a couple of times just to make sure I'm familiar with it. So inside it, you get a really cool MTW patch to put on your patch wall. You get a couple of Allen keys, the lifetime warranty card, and then you get some O-rings. So first thing we're going to do is install the tank, then we're going to install the stock, then the batteries, and we'll talk about which one you can use and how you use them. So when you get the Wolverine Billet series Unleashed out of the box, you have these little caps, one on the tank and one on the receiving end. So if you can try and keep these on when it's in storage, that'd be really good. Right, so let's install the tank. Pop her in, and then we're going to twist her around. There we go. Make sure it's really tight, really secure. So the stock is really easy to install. You literally just slide it on top of the tank and we go, there we are. And then if you do that, turn it to where it says secure, that's all secured. So that's the first part done. Next up, we need to look at doing the batteries. So with the batteries, you will need this little baggie of Allen keys that we saw earlier. Pop out, I believe it is the smaller one of the two. You've got two sizes, and there's a little screw here, and we just need to pop that out. There we go. And then we don't want to lose it, so I'm just going to grab it. So screw it out, and that leaves that open to. Now, if you'll excuse me, you can do this with long nails. I do have exceptionally long nails. You don't have to have short nails to do it. It might help though. So we're going to take this out. So this is a cage for the CR123s. Now, if you do want to run it with one of the micro lipos, what I will say is you need to take this cage out and just pop this bit out, and then you can install your battery here. The only issue with doing it this way is that all fits quite nicely in there, but then this does not fit back in. So you would have to tape it or find something alternative to put on the base. I have tried putting the little micro battery inside this cage. It doesn't work. So for those reasons, I will be using the CR123s. So as you can see, this comes in and out really easy. Now, this isn't my favourite feature. I would much prefer to use a rechargeable battery. So I would like to see if maybe someone does a 3D printed version of this just to pop it on, so you can keep the battery and stuff safe. But I can see why they've done it. It's very convenient. But you just get your CR123s and pop them in. Then that slides back in. Goes back in. And then to turn it on there. And that is how we install the batteries and the stock and the tank on the MTW Billet series Unleashed. Now, the next thing we got to do is obviously get this mag full of BBs and take it to the range. So I will see you in the range. We have a full air tank and a full mag, and let's test it out. So let's chat about my thoughts on the Wolverine MTW Billet series Unleashed. So out of the box, I really like that I don't have to fanny around with the PSI, and that's great. The fact it came from the retailer already set up for me, absolutely brilliant. I think it's absolutely fantastic that the tank is in the stock. I think that's really convenient. One of the things I've, been a bit put off by in HPA in the past is the fact you need a tank and a line. So I think having the tank built into the stock is a really great feature. I'm not a huge fan of the CR123 battery cage in the pistol grip. I would much rather use a rechargeable battery because I think they're better for the environment. I could be wrong on that, but rechargeable seems to be a little bit better. But it is very convenient. So like if you don't have one of the HPA batteries, absolutely pick up a couple of CR123s. They're like £6 from Amazon, and most sites sell them. So, that is very convenient. On semi, that thing is like laser straight out of the box. What? It's really quiet as well. Like, it's really quiet. And then when I put it on full auto, it's so fast. Like, it's so fast. I can see why some people get a bit pissed off with HPA with the speed that it can run at. Overall, I think, this is a great starter weapon for if you want to get into HPA and you don't want to, take an AEG apart and then put an engine in it, and you don't want to deal with a tank or a line. Obviously you've still got to deal with a tank, but you don't want to deal with an external tank. This is a really great option. And I like the way she shoots. No notes. So I think the next step is to take her to a game day and play the whole day. And I'm really looking forward to that. My next game day is at the start of August, which is in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.